Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I apologize for this video going up a day late, but my life has been so crazy lately. I'm sorry. So today's video is going to be another shopper drop video, but this time everything I'm talking about is under $50. So there's some products in here that I really like, and there are some products in here that I maybe don't feel as strongly about. And stay tuned for the end of the video where I do a very quick ingredients evaluation of a product that you guys suggested in the comments of my video. If you want me to do an ingredients evaluation of a skincare product that you're curious about, then be sure to comment it down below, and in a future video I'll pick a comment and do a very quick ingredients evaluation of that product. But without further ado, let's just get into it. So this is actually the least expensive product that I have to talk about in today's video, and it is the Revolution Skincare 2% Salicylic Acid Toner. Now, when I first saw this product on, I believe, Skincare Newsletter, which is an Instagram account that chronicles like new skincare launches, I follow their account, and so a lot of these products I actually found on their Instagram account, so credit goes to them for helping spur this video. So this initially caught my eye because it looks a hell of a lot like Peter Thomas Roth packaging. Like, it's very, very similar with the bolded text and then the, you know, vertical text and the horizontal text like juxtaposing against it. So originally I was like, oh, this is Peter Thomas Roth. Then I looked a little closer and I was like, oh, this is not Peter Thomas Roth. This is Revolution Skincare. So that's just something interesting. And I think a lot of other people noticed that too, because in the comments of the post that Skincare Newsletter made, people were like, is this PTR? But beyond the weird dupe-like packaging, I looked at the ingredients and I'm not super impressed. So this is a 2% salicylic acid toner, and salicylic acid is a really, really great ingredient. It is oil soluble, meaning that it can actually penetrate the pores and clean everything out and dissolve, you know, oxidized sebum, any dirt, debris, that kind of thing inside your pores. It just cleans everything out and reduces the appearance of blackheads. And because you're cleaning out your pores, it can actually really help to prevent acne from occurring from a clogged pore. So salicylic acid itself is a fantastic ingredient. I'm not hating on salicylic acid at all, but the formulation of this really does matter because salicylic acid in general can be quite a drying ingredient. And from my experience, the best salicylic acid products that I've ever used generally tend to have more antioxidant ingredients included and also soothing, hydrating ingredients included in addition to the BHA. So in this particular product, they do include glycerin, urea, and aloe, which are all very hydrating, but I just wish there was more like antioxidant activity in here. I don't know, I just feel very underwhelmed by what I'm looking at here. But honestly, if you're on a budget at this price of $14, you can't really ask for that much. So this is not offensive to me at all. I'm not super impressed. This product very much reminds me of products by the Inkey List or The Ordinary, those very typical like one note, one key ingredient type of products. So in my opinion, I am dropping this product. I would not buy it. The next product I wanted to talk about is also another 2% salicylic acid product. This is the Pharmacy Deep Sweep 2% BHA pore clearing toner with moringa and papaya. This is $28, so double the price of the previous product by Revolution Skincare. So full disclosure, I did actually receive this particular product in PR a couple weeks ago, and I have tried it a couple times, and it's too early to tell what benefits it has on my skin, but so far so good. I have really been enjoying using it, but as far as the actual like physical benefits to my skin, I can't really comment on that quite yet. I was actually planning on actually purchasing this product myself before I received it in PR because I do actually really love the ingredients in here, and I am very, in general, curious about pharmacy products after trying their Green Clean Cleansing Balm. I did really love that product, and so that kind of, you know, like turned me on to other pharmacy products. So what's interesting in this is that the second ingredient in this product is arginine, and arginine is a really important amino acid that also has antioxidant activity. So coupling this knowledge with what I said earlier about how I wish the Revolution Skincare 2% salicylic acid toner had more antioxidants in it, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I love the inclusion of this antioxidant in here. So after the arginine comes salicylic acid, which, like I said, really great for the skin, really probably better suited for oily skin types because it can be a little bit drying, and people with oily skin generally tend to have a little bit more of an issue with blackheads and clogged pores. So then we have the papaya ferment extract. You have moringa leaf water, moringa extract. Both of these have very strong antioxidant properties to them, which is great. There's also eucalyptus water, which is kind of suspect. I don't love that in there, but as someone who's personally been using this product like physically on my skin, I haven't experienced any quick overnight irritation from using this product, so I'm willing to let the eucalyptus water slide. This also contains chlorella, which is like a green algae, which is an antioxidant. Interestingly, this product does contain lactic acid and gluconolactone, which is a polyhydroxy acid. So lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid that is a little bit larger in molecular structure than glycolic acid, which I think a lot more people know about just because glycolic acid really is like the gold standard for alpha hydroxy acids in terms of exfoliation. So lactic acid is a lot more gentle than glycolic acid, but it's also a little bit less effective, so it's just kind of balancing the two. Then you have gluconolactone, which is a lot bigger than lactic acid, but that also means that it's going to be less intense, a lot more gentle. However, both of these ingredients are present in a very, very small amount, so I doubt that they would have the same effect that an intentional AHA serum would have on the skin, but I just thought it was interesting to know that this does contain AHAs and PHA. So overall, I do really enjoy the amount of antioxidants and soothing ingredients in here in conjunction with the BHA. This, I think, is an example of a really nicely rounded, you know, very well-read, well-traveled type of product that has a number of great ingredients for the skin, not just a single key ingredient. So because I was planning to originally buy this before I got it in PR, I would definitely classify this product from Pharmacy as in my shop category, not the drop category. The next product from First Aid Beauty is $36, and she is the Eye Duty Niacinamide Brightening Eye Cream. So first impression, this looks super, super nice. So the star ingredient in here is niacinamide. Niacinamide, I feel like such a broken record, and if you watch like a lot of my videos, I really apologize for just repeating myself over and over again, but like truly niacinamide is that girl. Like, she's amazing. In this particular eye cream, I imagine they included it in here because it boosts collagen production, helps with wrinkles and fine lines, and also diminishes hyperpigmentation, and it also has antioxidant activity. However, I think the brightening part of this eye cream is most largely attributed to the fact that they did include mica in here. And mica is a reflective particle that adds a sort of like illuminating, like reflective quality to products. It's used a lot in makeup, and you do see it a lot in skincare products as well because it just gives a really beautiful brightening, illuminated effect to the skin. Mica is probably included in here to visually conceal dark circles. It doesn't really have any sort of physiological benefit to the skin. It's more of an aesthetic purpose. This also contains red algae seaweeds, which are really hydrating on the skin and quite soothing. This also contains sodium sorbol phosphate, which is a more stable form of vitamin C compared to the gold standard L-ascorbic acid. There's sodium hyaluronate, which is very hydrating. Sodium hyaluronate is the salt version of hyaluronic acid, which I think people are a little bit more acquainted to because you see it a lot more in skincare. The only difference is that sodium hyaluronate is the salt form, and you know, from research, it has kind of been shown that sodium hyaluronate is a little bit easier for the skin to take in. This also contains licorice extract, which is really soothing. I also see green tea extract in here, which has really great antioxidant properties. Like, honestly, without going through the entire ingredients list and boring you, there are really fabulous ingredients in here. I don't see a single ingredient in here that I don't like, including it being fragrance free. This does not contain any fragrance, which is great for people who have quite sensitive skin that is irritated by fragrance. However, this is specifically an eye cream, and I personally am not the biggest believer in eye creams just in terms of value for your money. Eye creams are not a great value. It's a small package, it's quite expensive. I just think you could do a lot better by purchasing a really well formulated moisturizer and just using that underneath your eye area if you want to use an eye cream. However, I do think that having a dedicated eye cream that sits at your vanity is a great way to remind you to be using something really moisturizing, really hydrating with antioxidants and soothing ingredients in your skincare routine to, you know, properly nourish the under eye area. So even though I don't really use eye creams in general, I would actually shop this because I do really love the ingredients in here, and just kind of based on the like routine that I have right now, I think it would be nice to include an eye cream in there just to lavish a little bit of extra attention to my under eye area. Next, we have a product from Sand and Sky. I think this is an Australian company. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the Australian Emu Apple Enzyme Powder Polish. Whew, that's a mouthful. And this is $44.90. So this has a very extensive ingredients list. When I looked at the ingredients, I was like, damn, okay, like that's kind of a lot. But basically, I see a ton of fruit extracts and antioxidants along with many many essential oils, especially citrus essential oils. Now, this is a wash-off product, so I'm not super concerned about the essential oils. Generally, essential oils can be very irritating on the skin and leave on products like moisturizers and serums, but because this is a wash-off product, I'm not super fussed about it. But I will say that if you have really sensitive skin and you know that you're sensitive to fragrance and essential oils, this probably isn't a good idea for you. So the enzymatic action that comes in this product is due to the fruit enzymes, and they're not my favorite. So in my opinion, fruit enzymes are way more unstable than your typical acid exfoliating ingredients like alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acids, and even polyhydroxy acids. There is just so much more scientific research to support the evidence that AHAs and BHAs are just much better and much more effective at exfoliating the skin compared to fruit enzymes. In addition to this product having enzymatic exfoliation, it also has a little bit of physical exfoliation because I do see the inclusion of rice starch and cellulose and rice powder. So although this could be very effective at being kind of like a maybe twice a week sort of like treat for your skin just to gently physically exfoliate and do a little bit of fruit enzyme action, I personally don't love it. I will stick to my overnight acid treatments with my AHAs and BHAs because I just find that it's a lot more effective for my skin personally. So overall, this product is a drop. I would not buy it. So now we're going to do a very quick ingredients evaluation of a very expensive product. I'm going to be talking about the Tatcha Gold Camellia Oil. And you know what? I think I've talked about this product on my channel before, like a really long time ago, but it's worth repeating because this is kind of a mixed bag. So the first ingredient in here is not actually camellia oil, it's actually caprylic triglyceride, which is derived from coconut oil and glycerin. It is a wonderful ingredient, do not get me wrong. Caprylic triglyceride is really moisturizing, it's really emollient, it's really wonderful for the skin barrier and for the skin health, but keep in mind, this is the Gold Camellia Oil from Tatcha, and it's not even the first ingredient. But beyond that, the second ingredient is actually camellia seed oil, so there it is. And speaking to the benefits of camellia seed oil, the evidence is there. Camellia seed oil has so many, you know, soothing, moisturizing, antioxidant properties to it. It really is a really fantastic ingredient. Following the first two ingredients, which are caprylic triglyceride and camellia seed oil, there's just a lot more oils and emollients and skin conditioning agents. So this is not a one-note product at all. It's not just pure camellia seed oil. It has a lot of other stuff in it, like squalane. So there is a fragrance in here, and I want to remind you guys that when you see fragrance in an ingredients list in makeup or in skincare, it could be any number of compounds. Like fragrance, there isn't just like a single fragrance molecule that skincare companies put in their products. It's a number of different components that go into a fragrance. So when you see fragrance in an ingredients list, the reason why so many people react poorly to it is because it could be anything. You really have no way of knowing exactly what it is, so that's like a little bit sketchy. Green tea extract in here, which has really great antioxidant properties, and I also see licorice root extract, which is very soothing. This does contain gold, which doesn't have amazing benefits in my opinion, just based off of the literature that I've read. It really doesn't do anything, and in fact, I did find a lot of studies showing that gold can cause allergies in people, like contact dermatitis, so something to keep in mind. Cool, I guess that they included it because it's kind of like a fun, sexy ingredient, very luxe, being like, oh, this is like a gold infused oil. But from the research that I have done, gold generally has a very irritating effect on the skin, especially if you have sensitive skin. People can have gold allergies. This also contains alcohol, which is the last ingredient, but it's literally the last ingredient. So like, honestly, I'm not worried about it at all. Alcohol can serve a very important purpose in skincare for lightening the overall texture of the skincare product and also helping with enhancing the penetration of the ingredients. So overall, I don't really know if I would buy this. How expensive is this? Let's find out. Oh my word, it's $95. Okay, so based on the fact that this is an oil that's $95, I'm gonna pass. I'm really happy with like the Good Molecules rosehip seed oil that I've been using. That's a really great oil, and it's literally so cheap. It's like $10. Personally, I would not buy this oil, but I don't see anything like wrong with it necessarily. You can absolutely purchase it if you want. I'm sure it feels really great on the skin and does great things in terms of moisturizing and just kind of, you know, sealing in all the skincare and just really making your skin soft and supple. But beyond that, I don't know if it's really worth the money. So those were all the products that I wanted to talk about today. If you want me to talk about any sort of skincare product and do an ingredients evaluation of that skincare product in a future video, then definitely comment it down below and let me know that you want me to do a quick ingredients evaluation of it, and in the future I will pick a comment and evaluate it in the end of my video. So that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending this time with me. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!